Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow. Thank you. Hey, what's up, man? Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Matchmakers. So, look, man, got a lot to talk about. Definitely want to talk about some of this Spartans versus the RDU. They was able to have that rematch. So, Spartan actually pulled it off. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all. From what I seen, man, and I'm gonna start off with them. From what I seen, the coaches did not make any adjustments. When you look at the Spartan versus the RDU game, they didn't make any adjustments. The game looked exactly the same. In fact, I had a coach that came to me after the fact that the Stonecrest Spartans won it. That you know what the coach said to me? The coach said, man, look, I seen your live, man. They didn't listen. They should have listened. You had a game plan that would have actually probably got them over the hump. And I'm like, man, look, we should have definitely, you feel what I'm saying? Like they should have definitely stuck with the game plan. But one thing I did hear was that number 23, MJ, was hurt. So the fact that that was the case, I'm gonna give him a little leeway. But man, I'm telling you, they had every chance and opportunity in the world to win that game. They had momentum. Even though they was down 13, they came back. They should have literally stuck with the game plan. They should have stuck with the game plan to the point where, they would have kept the momentum. They did the exact same thing when it came to the game plan. They got all the way down to their goal line. And what do you know? They give it to somebody different. Instead of just keep giving it to MJ to pound the ball, they gave it to another young man, which I disagree with. And what happened? He got tackled for a loss, right? Killed the momentum again. The momentum that they had. MJ was literally getting about 5 yards a pop. 5 yards minimum. He probably averaged about 5 yards. And they didn't want to tackle that young man because, it was cold. Like, it was hell to pay to try to tackle MJ. You know what I'm saying? So I would have literally put him in, kept him in. But like they said, he was hurt. So what are some of the factors, the X factors that lost the game? I want to say one of the things that cost them the game was really like it was coaching. Some of it was coaching. Hey, what's up? Salute, PA football. But I want to say it was a lot of it had to do with coaching. And why did I say that? First of all, I don't know who made an executive decision to not punt the ball. You had a kick. They had a kicker that can kick the ball at least 30, 40 yards in the air, right? But somebody decided to outsmart themselves to basically not kick the ball and then eventually end up getting sacked. And I'm like, what is going on here? And then like the very next play, y'all know what happened, right? Them boys scored a touchdown. So that's how they lost. They lost because of being put in a bad situation and, and basically they gambled and they lost. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, man, sometimes, man, coaches can outcoach themselves. Because when you look at it, they literally had a chance to win the game. And shout out to Stonecrest. Shout out to them young men. Stonecrest got to have one of the most poised quarterback I've ever seen in my life. That man, I have not seen him get rattled. Even after getting sacked, that young man, he stayed poised. He don't just get flustered. He don't just rush the ball. Man, that young man, he's going to be something. If he get in the right hands, I think number 7 from Stonecrest Spartans has the potential to be great and special. That young man got something that a lot of quarterbacks don't have. And like I said, I've seen Colston play. I've seen a lot of people play, but this young man, he had the goods. And I'm gonna just be flat out honest with y'all. I'm gonna be flat out honest. That young man definitely got the goods. You feel what I'm saying? So, um, yeah, man. I want to say that a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing over this season has been coaches. They'll have a winning system, but somehow they'll go from that to doing stuff, right, that actually they didn't have to do, right. It'd be a situation to where, like, they'll have a system and the system is working, and then when they get into a point, somehow they start outsmarting themselves. And I'm trying to figure out, like, what is going on to the point where a coach will do something and then not utilize what's working and then try something new, and it just kills everything. That was the case yesterday. This game looked completely the way it did the first time that I seen him play. And I want to say, like, exactly. Matter of fact, just before halftime, what happened in the first time I seen him play? Just before halftime, they almost scored. Didn't quite score. And then that touchdown ended up being the very touchdown that bit him. And I'm like, man, I like, these two teams are definitely evenly yoked. But one of the things that I've been seeing is that the Stonecrest the Stonecrest have been basically staying the course. I can say that. The coaches have been doing a really good job at keeping them kids level-headed and staying the course. Even though at times it looked like the RDU, team was get ready to take over, the team ended up staying the course. So I commend them on that one. I got to give it to the coaches. I want to believe that the coaches from Stonecrest end up out coaching my guys that I know from RDU. I don't really know the coaches from Stonecrest, but y'all know how I am, man. I gotta keep it fair. I gotta stay level-headed, neutral, and I gotta call it how it is. I'm not into pacifying nobody else. I basically share some information. The coaches from Stonecrest knew that the information that I shared was very valuable, but even him too himself said it, like, man, they did not make any adjustments, and it turned out to be the same outcome. So congratulations to the Stonecrest. Congratulations to them. But I must say this as well. For the young man or whoever the guy was at the gate, right? Definitely ain't for the kids. Now, if if y'all, like, I'll show them later, but like, this guy definitely is not for the kids, man. I went there, and then the guy was just being very anal. Like, he was just being like somebody that he didn't care. The only thing that he cared about was the money aspect. I let this guy know, hey, look, man, I'm here to film the kids, right? And the kids is basically, asking me to come film the game, so I'm here for them. The guy didn't care. I literally did not have no money. I had to go and borrow some money because they didn't. Not only did they not have a cash app, they had everything you had to do was be, hey, what's up, Coach Tim? Everything that I had to do was basically I had to go get some money and then get some cash, right? I had to have cash. So I'm sitting up there, I'm like, bro, you got kids that that's asking me to come. So are you really telling me, from the fact that even though I'm not charging them, you still want me to pay, right? You still want me to go to a bank or whatever and go get some money, right? And like I told him, I say, look, man, let me cash app you and I can, you can get him the money. Dude was being very difficult, right? Now, keep in mind, I had called somebody for this event, to help get these kids even more exposure. So two other people came on the strength of me, right? In effort to help these kids get a lot more exposure, right? And amp quality end up being one of them. So when I go, all this guy is focused on is the money. So when I realized I didn't have any cash, I was getting ready to leave. The guy did not care, right? And then what made it worse, I found out that the guy actually coaches one of the teams. But here's the problem. They team had a their team had a cameraman, right? They team had a cameraman. So he didn't care if any of the other teams got filmed. He only cared about his team getting filmed. So I'm like, bro, just because you got a cameraman for your team and it's supposed to be an event that you say that you run or whatever, but what about the other kids? I'm here to film them. That $15 is means more to you than these kids getting filmed. You see what I'm saying? And I'm like, so you will really let me leave because I ain't got the money. I only got a cash app, and y'all say y'all don't do cash apps. So you will really let me leave and not allow these babies to get filmed? I was shocked. I was like, bro, you not for the kids at all. What are you doing in this realm then? If you don't care about the kids, why are you in this realm? A lot of people that know me know that is a pet peeve of mine. Anytime you're not in it for the kids, it's a problem for me. It's going to always be a problem for me. Okay? So the dude, if I can find it, if not, I'll put it on the IG. But I'm a show dude because this dude did too much. Even when I told him I was about to go get the money for one of the guys that I had come film one of y'all kids, the guy still did not want to let me in. I had to ask a police officer, can she escort me in so I can get the money, because this dude don't want to allow me to go in so I can go get the money to pay them the money. So this dude not only being difficult, he didn't even want to let me go in to get the money. And I'm like, bro, me filming is way more than $15. So uh so coach says, yes, you are, and rightfully so. You have to be in it for the kids. Right. But this man definitely was not in it for the kids. He was in it solely for the money. And I don't rock with nobody that's just in it for the money. I don't rock with nobody. This is the same. I guess this is the same organization that tried to charge people $150 last year when nobody came. You think that they cared that nobody came? No, they didn't care. What's up, Ryder White? Ryder White to go. He said, "What's up, Ken? This Ash, on his little bro phone. Hey, what's up? Hey, appreciate you coming in." But yeah, man, that was the thing. So I don't rock with nobody, man, that don't have no compassion for the kids. And I end up staying to the last game. Like nobody stayed for the last game, the 14U game that I filmed, because I guess it's not a big enough game. It's not a big enough game. But this is my first, and it's going to be my last time filming a AYU league. This is gonna be my first and my last time, unless somebody else is different that's actually in charge. Because I don't rock with somebody that basically who wouldn't care whether somebody film their kid or not, when that's actually exposure for the kids. And I can see If they had somebody that was filming every game, then that's different. But they didn't have nobody filming none of the games outside of that one game. So, I can't rock with it, man. Like, I have not paid for a game. I have not charged a kid. I nothing. I give my free time. You know what I'm saying? But thanks to them, I might end up changing that. So since a lot of the parents can't appreciate nothing, a lot of other people can't appreciate nothing, you know what I'm saying? It's best that I start charging. So therefore, they won't have nobody free. Everybody will have to pay. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I hate to do it because I'm in it. I'm in it for these babies. I'm in it. But sometimes, man, a parent or sometimes a coach or whoever, right? They can make you not want to do nothing for a child just because the child is under their care and they're unappreciative and make you don't want to do stuff sometimes. So that's the thing, man. I'm hating to even think this way, but sometimes, man, it gotta be done. Sometimes. Ryder says, he says, we won our championship at 10U Hateville Hornets. Oh, okay. Yeah, hey, I watched the Hateville yesterday, man. Hateville is a really good team, man. I seen them. I seen Hateville. I think they played against Gresham. That's a really good team. Only thing about Hateville, man, I really wish y'all get some better helmets, man. I think y'all had some of them players had the first helmet that ever existed. They had the literal helmet that just had a one bar. Those are the type of helmets that they had. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all got to stay protected. He said, don't let that get to you. A parent don't dictate your character. You absolutely right. You absolutely right. That's right. Okay, I got you. All right, I got you. Because, I think sometimes, man, it becomes overwhelming. It definitely becomes overwhelming, But this is some breaking news for me, right? I'm hearing that So Icy 8U is pulling out of the B2C. And I was getting ready to talk about the B2C, and I was saying that this gives the GA Buckeyes a really good chance at making it to the YNC. I'm telling you, man, that's one of the most exciting teams out there. But outside, it might be, a 1A, 1B type of situation. It might be a 1A, 1B type of situation. I'm gonna give the Buckeyes, since they the one that lost, won the last time they played. Buckeyes probably 1A and So Icy is 1B. I'm talking about far as excitement goes, right? I want to definitely see both of those teams. He said, yeah, dude was tripping, but he wasn't over AYU. All right, cool. I can definitely stay with the AYU because, man, like you can't have nobody like that, in your organization because that ain't a good look, man. That ain't a good look. This dude was willing to turn every videographer that was out there away. You feel what I'm saying? And you can't turn no videographers away. I'm sorry, you can't do that because at the end of the day, when you do that, the kids lose in the end. So we can't do that. You feel what I'm saying? You can't do that. I don't care what event it is. You feel what I'm saying? And that just makes me expedite my events. So I'm going to start doing some events. I'm definitely I had to look and see how things is operated, how things go. So I've been paying attention to a lot of stuff. And then, like I say, I'm gonna talk to DT. DT is my guy. I'm gonna talk to him. Definitely get some ins and outs. But I gotta do some events to do my part. Cause I don't wanna have to cry wolf with nobody. You feel what I'm saying? But let's get back to this B2C. B2C got a lot of good teams. That's gonna be, in it for the state. But this was the opportunity for a team like the GA Buckeyes to get a shot at the YNC, right? And so So Icy not playing, that actually puts a dent in that, unless you got a team like I want to say the Twin City Outlaws, which is another good game that can be had. I just recorded them. If y'all haven't seen that, definitely go check it out. Also, hey, subscribe to the page if y'all new. But definitely, man, I think with the GA Buckeyes being in the position that they in, I think it'd be feasible if you get somebody like the YNC to play a play-in. You feel what I'm saying? So one of the other teams that you kind of, straddling the fence over, let the GA Buckeyes play them for a play-in. You know what I'm saying? See if they belong. And that'll be a good look right there. Hey, coach, I was looking for the bracket, man, so I can do it. Coach says, he says, oh, I'm sorry. He says, did you see the brackets for the YNC Nationals? Jonah and Clayton put them up last week. That 13U bracket is going to be fire. It's definitely going to be fire. It's definitely going to be fire. But the two teams that I'm trying to definitely get in, and like they say, I'm on GA Buckeyes payroll anyway, but the two teams that I'm trying to get in is the ATL Raiders. ATL Rare Raiders, and I'm trying to get the Georgia Buckeyes in, because right now, let's be honest, they one of the hottest teams out there, and they winning in good fashion. And here's the thing too. See, the So Icy just played GA Rattlers, and it was 6-0, right? My guys scored on them twice. GA Buckeye scored on them twice, and it could have actually been more. But shout out to them Rattlers, man. The Rattlers is always a great organization that goes that plays, and I don't never think that they get enough just due. They don't get enough credit. You feel what I'm saying? So I gotta say GA Buckeyes, man. They gotta go. And then for y'all that don't know, shout out to the Oakland Dynamites. We got to get them to play the OG Ducks 10U. Those got to be the two top teams in Northern California. So we got to make that game as well, man. We got to do that, because Oakland Dynamites, man, they won the championship. They won the regional. That's 10U. For y'all that don't know, if y'all have not seen them, man, definitely go check them out. Oakland Dynamites is one of the best organizations out there, the oldest organization, 50 plus years. Y'all got to go check them out. For anybody that needs some smoke, see, that's who I believe that the Georgia Eagles, that's who they should have played. The Georgia Eagles should have played the Oakland Dynamites, because they end up having to go to 12U. And that's what a lot of people are not also talking about. How a 10U team go play in a good 12U team and then end up being one game from the championship. Man, we got to get them GA Buckeyes, them Georgia Eagles, the well-deserved credit, man, because there are teams 11U that can't even play 12Us. And like, for instance, we got ATL Elite, and them my guys too. ATL Elite played, they number 3 in the nation. They end up playing some of the some of the 12Us, and they end up losing to one. You feel what I'm saying? So y'all gotta shout them out. But man, we gotta talk to Coach Cal, man. We gotta see why they end up pulling out of the games. And here is why that might be dangerous. It might be dangerous that they actually pull out and not play in the B2C. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of people, they seen it over the years. And I've told people, and I've shown them, remember what you call them didn't get no games. They end up losing. Real Deal Dream Chasers didn't get no games last season, end up losing. Falcons United only had like one game in a whole month before that. We had the ABA Bulldogs, right? This is the time when you get that work, right? You stay busy. You know what I'm saying? You play as many teams and games that you can. You don't pull out of no games. And honestly, around this time, it's hard for teams like the Rare Breeze 12U. It's hard for other teams who has a ranking, right? And it's hard for them to get games around this time. So why would you sit there and pull out of a tournament? I don't like, unless somebody is super hurt, but I don't see under no circumstance or scenario that you will pull out of a game. I don't see no reason. And like I say, man, I I really rock with Coach Cal because Coach Cal is doing some amazing thing with these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, we cannot be pulling out of games just to save a rankings. And that's the only explanation that I can get until I talk to the coach. That's the only one. ATL Elite took an L against they took an L versus ABA. Man, I tried to tell people though. I'm not sure if like I haven't seen it. I was supposed to go to the game, but man, I was tired. I was meaning that I was up from 3 in the morning, and then I ended up going to that game, and I ended up staying till about 10:30 at night. So by the time I got home, I was tired. So I ended up not playing that game, but I tried to tell people, man, ABA belongs. They are a good team. I understood that they lost to Fort Lauderdale. I understood that they lost to Lambeau. I understood that they, took another L to somebody else, but they end up beating a really good Rare Breeds, who was number 4 in the nation at the time. You know what I'm saying? They beat everybody else. ABA, they was just looked over because they lost pretty bad. By 40 piece to a Fort Lauderdale. But you got to understand, man, that's preseason. That's literally preseason. We can't hold them accountable for something like that. We can't do that. So that's one of the teams that definitely belong. And let's talk about this too, man. Let's talk about the state of of football. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it. Because I've been seeing a lot of stuff that been going on. And let me know what y'all think, man. Feel free to comment. So I've been seeing a lot of coaches been quitting over the country. A lot of coaches, a lot of youth football coaches, and some high school coaches have literally been thinking about quitting, contemplate quitting, or they've been quitting over, definitely for the next season. They saying that they cannot take these parents. So what do we do about these parents? Because I got some suggestions. I think that, far as with these coaches, it needs to be some solidarity. So when a coach let goes a child, right, because of a parent, it's up to another coach to not pick that child up. I don't care how good the child is. If the parent is being disruptive, that should be solidarity amongst the coaches for no coach to touch that child. So if you act up in one organization, you're going to pay for all of them. That needs to be the solidarity they had. If y'all want to put the parents in check, that's what y'all need to do. Because other than that, man, I seen parents going wild. I damn near might make a compilation of parents going wild in youth football. Because, man, this is crazy. I've been seeing coaches saying, man, I can't take it no more. I'm in it for these kids. I do not even get paid for this. And then I see some parents that's being ungrateful, talking about, I ain't gotta do this and I ain't gotta do that. Like, first of all, I'm gonna tell y'all how some parents are hurting the kids. I'm gonna tell you in some ways. And this is what I've seen myself. I've literally seen a parent tell a son after a coach called a play, the son was supposed to do something different from what the parent told him to do. So in return, what happened was the parent, I mean, not the parent, but the player end up blowing the assignment and they end up scoring. Guess what? What do y'all think happened after that? For those who thought it, yes, the parent end up getting mad at the coach. How do you get mad at a coach for something that you're telling your son to do that's not in the scheme or in the formation that they told them to run? And that's what I'm saying. If y'all want to correct the parents situation, this is what y'all have to do, man. Y'all got to do this or it's not going to work. Y'all going to have to tell parents you cannot be on the sideline. Y'all going to have to tell parents if you curse at me, you're going to get kicked off. You're going to have to tell parents if I kick your son off this team, no other coach is going to play against him. I mean, going to pick him up. You ain't going to be able to play nowhere, right? You're going to have to do that. And if your child is one of those players that is disruptive, then you got to get them off. And also that goes for coaching too. If you are a coach and you are allowing your son to get away with more than the average player, then you are a problem. You got to go. Because if we don't get that under wrap, man, I promise you, it's going to be bad. It's literally going to be bad. Coach says, he says parents should be put in check from the beginning. If you don't do it in the beginning, you're going to have problems. It starts with building a relationship with parents. I agree. But here's the issue too. Sometimes, when you building a relationship in the parents, they don't have boundaries. They begin to insert themselves. They begin to assert themselves to a point where they trying to run plays and telling the coach to put their son in. And then when their son get in the game, their son is the one that's really making them lose. And they turn a blind eye to that. Like, no, it ain't no relationship. Do you like my coaching or don't you? Because if you like the way I coach, then, that's fine. I appreciate you bringing my son to me, right? And I thank you for that, right? I thank you for believing in me enough to be able to develop your child. But other than that, you have no say in what goes on. The only thing that you can do right now is pay your registration. And when you pay your registration, understand that that's no refund. You don't get that back. Okay? You can't do that. So I want people to start doing that now, because here's the thing. From parenting, a lot of situations have occurred over the time, right? We talk about fights break out. Now you got a bunch of teams that can't even rent fields. They can't even rent the field right now because people don't trust in them. So right now their name don't hold no weight. And a lot of that stems from the parents and it stems from the coaches, right? So I'm not just blaming parents, but what I am is blaming is I'm blaming coaches that take stuff from parents just because the parents' kids may be good, right? They feel like they need this person and all that, man. I'm not okay with that, because y'all see the type of situation that is creating. It's creating entitlement. These parents tend to think that their child deserve better treatment than any other child. For instance, there are some parents whose child don't even go to practice, but they still feel like they need to start. What is, like, I'll be trying to understand, like, what is going on here? It's the sense of entitlement. It's the coaches telling them that, oh, well, if you come here, I'm gonna do X, Y, Z. No, y'all need to just tell the coaches and believe in y'all coaching system. Understand that that player development is the number one assignment. I think I'm gonna write an assignment for all coaches. I think I think that it'll do well. I think that it'll do well because if I write a guideline for the coaches, I think that this will correct a lot of the situations amongst the parents. Because I remember when I was playing Pop Warner, one of the things that was happening was my auntie or whoever dropped me off and my cousin, and they let the coaches do their job. They went to the game, rooted us on. They wasn't interfering with what the coaches. They didn't even feel like, that was warranted. Even if I didn't get in the game. My auntie didn't say nothing. She say, well, you need to get better. And that's the approach that all parents need to have. But since that's not the way that parents coach nowadays, what needs to happen is the parents, like I've been telling them, look, man, interview the coaches, see how the coaches are, and then maybe, you might get something from it. Maybe you might like the coach. The coach might be the best developer amongst kids. Because here's the thing, you got a lot of kids this year alone, man, who ain't got a lick of development. They just played off pure talent, but they ain't got a lick of development. You feel what I'm saying? So if that's the case, right, the person that is getting, I take a coach that's giving their kids the development over a coach that's just working with somebody that's just raw talent. Because here's why. When that person get older and they got the techniques, that technique is going to take them way further than the talent of a player. And I read a quote and I heard a quote when the guy said, when talent meet talent, talent ain't enough. But when the guy meet talent with technique, that's going to put that guy with the talent, with the development over the talented one, because he knows certain things, certain attributes that need to be had. You see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of stuff that's twisted, right? I want to say a lot of these parents are out of control, but I want to say the coaches have a big role in it because they're overlooking it, right? Because that parent may have a really good child and they may feel like they need that child. But what you're doing is you're pacifying somebody's feelings and you're creating some type of entitlement amongst that child. And y'all been seeing that ain't working well. That ain't working well. Because a parent need to know, if you call me a bit as N-word, you gotta go. You gotta take your child and you gotta go. And here's the other thing too. Y'all gotta start making sure that, all them the business is right. Y'all gotta see, here's the thing. Y'all coaches, man, y'all gotta start treating this whole thing, man, as a business. And as a business, because I can guarantee you they won't go to them other organizations in the suburbs and won't pay their registration fee or ask for it, because they know their child not going to play, because they have a certain requirement. And when you got the requirement, you got to stick to it. It is no, oh, I'll pay you later. Nah, pay me now. Or your child can start practicing when you're able to pay at least half. Because that's the thing too. A lot of these parents ain't playing and they cussing y'all out. And guess what they telling themselves? I ain't got nothing to lose. I ain't pay. Y'all need to start making them pay so they can have something to lose. Ain't nobody gonna invest in no $350 or $400 for registration and then do something to get themselves kicked out. Y'all gotta make some of these parents regret or pay their fees first so they can regret not doing the stuff that they supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? Which is just being supportive. Because like I'm telling y'all, it is creating a lot of situations to where other organizations don't even want to allow y'all to rent their field. And so where's the kids going to play? There's only so many teams that can play on the same field. So I know y'all don't want to. I know y'all don't want to have that situation where, you know, it's a situation to where all y'all is basically stuck because y'all don't have nowhere to go, or y'all got to play on a day that y'all really can't play on. Like, it's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on. So that's my advice, man. If y'all want to get rid of, the parents that's out of control, all these coaches got to be in solidarity. That's it. That's the solution. You feel what I'm saying? I don't care if the kid is a 5-star kid in youth football. If he does something to curse a coach out on a different team, guess what? He's getting punished for all the teams. Hey, nah, bro. Hey, have a good one for next year. Because we don't tolerate that. We don't do that. And I'm sorry, y'all know how much I love the babies, man. Y'all know I'm in it for them. But at the same time, man, a lesson got to be learned in the process. And if a lesson ain't learned, then ain't nobody gonna get the message. But he says, do you know anybody who recorded the Hateville 10U game, Eastside Ravens? Because that number 6 from Hateville 10U is the real deal. Yeah, I got it. I gotta post it. I'm gonna post it. I definitely filmed that game. at Stockbridge yesterday. I definitely filmed that. No, day before yesterday, I filmed that game. So yeah, you know what I'm saying. But let me see. What he say? All right, Coach says. He says, I had that situation at the last high school I coached. We had a player that didn't come to practice, but the head coach allowed him to play in the games. I advised the head coach that's a no-no. Nah, yeah, we don't. Nah, that's what we not. You know what I'm saying? Nah. We not doing that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't seen coaches overlook a lot of stuff just because a player is extra good. But what message are we sending when we do that? We're not sending the right one. See, that's the thing, man. That's the thing. It's a couple of things. When the parents behave the way they behave, you know what that's doing to the babies? That's making them think that it's okay, and that's how you handle a situation, right? So that's an L right there, right? And then the other thing is this: when you look at it, not only the behavior, it creates the entitlement amongst the child. I've seen players throw their helmet, right, and then seen coaches go and try to pacify them when the player was in the wrong. And so I'm like, hold on, wait. This player is wrong. Now somebody trying to pacify him and get this kid back in the game. And what reason? So we were rewarding bad behavior? Because last time I checked, throwing your helmet is gonna get you put on the sideline for the rest of the game. When I was playing, it was definitely gonna get you that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I advise every coach, man, y'all got to start putting the discipline in it, because these players are watching and they looking at y'all and say, man, this guy got favoritism because what you call him just threw his helmet and he got to play, he got in the game, because you reward bad behavior. Then somebody else, another kid gonna look at it and say, man, oh, that's how you get the attention. That's how you get back in the game. That's how you get back in the game. Okay, I'm gonna do it too. So it create a domino effect. Now you got a whole bunch of kids that's not even, that's not even, acting the way that they're supposed to because they seeing that other players are getting rewarded based on their behavior. So we got to punish bad behavior, man. Definitely got to do that. Absolutely, Kenji. Absolutely, coach. The coaches got to be on the same page. Absolutely. He says ATL Elite went down. Man, ATL Elite, man, they've been taking some L's. I'm not sure who they lost to, but that's unfortunate. I know that. Oh, I'm glad you said something. So I'm gonna make the public announcement. uh RDU has been calling out. They have called out ATL Elite Bengals. They want to play y'all. They said that y'all been ducking the smoke. So if y'all coaches, if anybody in here from them, they want to play y'all. RDU, they just lost to hold on, who lost? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm thinking the ATL. I'm thinking the 12U ATL Elite Bengals. Okay, so they lost, but I still think they gonna still be in battle though. He says, coach says, if you threw your helmet at the game when I played, got benched for that game and the next one. Yeah. So we gotta start, being able to help these kids, man, because sometimes when you don't correct behavior come uncorrectable. So we gotta get them now. This is the best time, while you have the kids' attention. Because one of the things that I do understand is that the coaches has the kids attention the most, especially during football season, because they plan for the team. They listening to what the coach saying. They gotta run schemes. They gotta do a lot of stuff. So these are the ones that's listening, that the players are listening to. So that's why we got to correct it, man. So for those coaches, man, definitely keep your head up, because I know some coaches that have been coaching for years, man, and they have nothing but passion for this game. And so when that's the case, we have to we have to protect those type of coaches, because if they go away, who else gonna have the kids undivided attention? Because not everybody is in this for the right reason. Not everybody is in this for the right reasons. So therefore, we got to make sure that these kids, have a role model, somebody to listen to. We got to make sure that these kids not only is thriving on the field, but thriving outside of it. You feel me? So so I look at it like this, man. We gotta do better as a coach, as an organization. He's national PA football said is national sports chat going to be in Naples and Wellington. Now who's playing over there? PA football. Let me know, man, who's playing over there. Are you talking about are you talking about YNC? Cause I ain't good at them addresses, man. I'm gonna be honest. That's probably what you talking about, that YNC. But now, if you talk about YNC, yeah, I'll be out there. I think this would be my third year going to the YNC, man. And I think this year is AYF and YNC, yep. I'll definitely be out there. And you know, hey, PA football, man. I think I seen you got a podcast. Cause if so, man, sometimes you could come on here too. Sometimes, like this is an open platform, man. It's definitely for the youth. So, you definitely welcome. But but yeah, so those are some of the things that I've seen. I've seen um, you know, parents get upset about, registration. I just seen coaches get upset at at the parents. I've seen coaches quitting. He says, we lost your video. Okay, hold on 1 second. But I've seen 1 second, y'all. Yeah, all right, I'm back. I seen, like I've seen coaches like, just they just quitting on the kids, but like, how much can a person take? That's the question to be had. How much can you take? You know, that's the thing. Cause I know far as me, I've been getting flustered because I deal with a lot of recruiters now, and I keep trying to tell these parents, when y'all act up and behave the way that y'all behaving, what it does is it create a situation where these kids would never play in the NFL ever. They will probably never play in college because you got a whole bunch of recruiters that don't want to deal with your son. Hey, and I got a video, man, and I want to know what y'all think, right? I want to know how y'all feel. I want to know, because this is a controversial type of situation, and I just want to know what y'all think, right? Is this the right call or not? Did they call this play too soon, or did they make the right call? I just need to know right quick. So if y'all didn't see it, I'm gonna play it again for y'all. Okay, was this the right call or not? Or was the whistle blown too soon? I definitely want y'all opinion on that, because the consensus among some people, they believe that the whistle was blown um um on purpose to prevent them from getting the ball, right? He says so Ken he says so Ken, on a lighter note, uh he said, who is your Duluth team at the YNC? Man, I really think I got two teams this time, man. And both of them lost, but I got either the Mob or Real Deal Dream Chasers. I think both of those teams, have what it takes to make it. I think both of those teams. Now, I've been very hard on the Real Deal Dream Chasers. I've been very hard, you know, because I understand how good they can be, but I never know what mindset that they're going to be in, So, but yeah, let me play this, because I kept having the little scroll, the bar on. So I'm gonna play this, like I said, one more time. Let me know if this was a legit call, or was it a BS call, or call too soon. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know the whistle was blown inadvertently, right? But here is my thing. I know for a fact that the referee knew that they were aimed to try to strip the ball the whole time, right? So to call it that early, I disagree with that. But the ball was definitely stripped after the whistle was blown. But I know that the whistle was blown, right before that. So that was that. And then here's the other play that one of the players wanted me to show. Was this right here a pass interference or legit play? Man. Man. So that was another. That was you said play the interception. Let me see. He says, "Can you play the interception at the Hateville game? 10U to see if everyone agrees or not. If they should call it back because of the PI." Damn, which one is that one? I gotta see. Dang, man, I wish I would have let me know. Cause I don't think I got that one loaded up, man. I definitely. Dang, man. Hey, you know what? I'll play it like tomorrow. Or something. I'll play it. I'll go live again tomorrow, and cause it's a lot of stuff, man, that I be wanting to talk about. And like I want to start doing like maybe like 2-minute videos or something like that, because here's the thing. When I do the 2-minute videos, I just felt like I can get enough content out, to kind of stay, keeping stuff going on and then talking about different topics or whatever. But like I don't want to withhold the information that I got in, because now I'm at a point where I don't just have to talk about, somebody playing. Yeah, I can talk about what I've seen or whatever, but I can't. I don't want to just talk about football. I want to give life lessons. I want to, but be fun with it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to just talk football. I feel like I gotta give y'all some information, man. I feel like I gotta give y'all some information as y'all watching too. You feel me? Like, not to bore y'all, nothing like that. But let me see what y'all saying, man. He says it's difficult to say. Might need the videotape replayed on that one. Yeah. Coach says, he says legit. Even though he didn't turn his head, he made minimum contact and played the receiver's eye. Okay. Then he says, nah. Okay, that was something else. Okay, that was pass interference. Definitely, he didn't turn around, but that happened a lot in youth football. Yeah, I think honestly, the only reason if I would give it a pass interference would be because basically he stopped him from being able to go back to the ball. So that's the only reason outside that I would ever say that. You know what I'm saying? But like, all right, hey man, I got my guy in here. Got to be one of the best quarterbacks. I was talking about you earlier. He says not a pass interference because he put his hands up. I'm just no. I know who you are. I got your name. I got your name earlier. Hey, I want to have y'all on the show next Monday. People need to know who you are. Like I said, man, this is my second time recording y'all, and I think, man, that whoever coaching you as a quarterback, man, doing a really good job. Whoever, like, stay level headed. Whoever, helping you out, man, stick with this individual. Hey, Coach Tim, if you ain't seen this young man, he the quarterback for the Spartans, man, definitely go check him out, man. Definitely go check him out. But But yeah, man, that's my hour. So I thank y'all for tuning in. What is it? Latavius Booker. Definitely I want y'all on here probably next Tuesday if possible. And yeah, man, I want to talk to y'all. But hey, I thank y'all for tuning in, man. That's my time. I'm gonna start trying to do an hour. But yeah, man, we got to stay true for the youth, man. And for that guy, that was at the gate, man. Bro, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, bro. Because if we for these babies, let's be for them. You know what I'm saying? Promotion over $1, bro. Like we gotta make sure that everything ain't about money. When it comes to these babies, man. So, man, that's all I got for now. But thank y'all for tuning in. I'm out.